So you're thinking about moving to Clarksville, Tennessee, but you don't know what the pros and the cons are. We're going to take a look at the pros. We're going to take a look at the cons. We're going to let you know the things that are good and the things that are bad about Clarksville. And we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you're wanting to know all things there are to know about Nashville and the surrounding areas like Clarksville, feel free to click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, and then you'll get notified every single time we upload a new video. I'm Michael, and Joshua, Caleb, James David, our team, we get calls from people just like you from all over the country every single day wanting to find out what Nashville's like, what Clarksville's like, what the surrounding areas are like. And if that's you and you have any questions and you're getting ready to move in one day, 1 month, or 1 year, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we'll help you make that move to find out if this is a place where you can live, work, and play. So, like I said, we're going to get started with the pros and the cons of Clarksville. And the first on the list is a con. It is definitely a con because it takes an hour to get to downtown Nashville. So, if
Oh
you're
boy.
interested in going to Nashville, you got to be prepared because it's going to be a trip. It's not something you're just going to walk in, get in your car, and take off driving, and 15 minutes later, you're going to be there. It's going to take you a while to get to downtown Nashville, especially if you're going to go to like a game or some kind of a sporting event or concerts or things like that. The cool part is with concerts and stuff like that, there's a brand new arena that is just being built right now. It's not quite open yet. It's called F&M Arena, which is right downtown Clarksville. That's pretty cool. It's going to be really nice. You can definitely check out a video. We talked about F&M Arena. It's right there. And that is a con that it is 1 hour away from Nashville. Here's a pro, though. One of the pros is it's lower prices than the Nashville market for sure. So you can get more bang for your buck. Along with more lower prices, number two that I kind of separated out as a pro is you get bigger lots. There's more land available. Land is less expensive. So when you're in Nashville, you get a little plot of land. It's about that big, by that big, and it costs you about $1.2 million to live on this piece of land. In Clarksville, you can actually get like a decent square. So that's definitely a plus that you can get a bigger lot. So that's number two on the pro list. Let's go back to number two on the con list. There's a lot of revitalization. Now, I'm actually going to put this in kind of both categories because the revitalization is definitely a negative if you're wanting things to stay the same and you're wanting to have that total small town feel. There is a small town feel to Clarksville, but it is the fifth largest city in Tennessee, which also makes it really big as well. So revitalization could be seen as a negative, but I also put it on the pro list. So number three of pros about Clarksville is revitalization because they're updating boutique shops and they're updating restaurants. They're updating the infrastructure in the downtown area. They're putting up the new arena that I just talked about. They've recently built a newer city hall. It was built a little while back, but it's a newer area. There's lots to do downtown. A whole inside, not inside, but a whole inside the city limits park, which is downtown, has turf. There's concerts and just all kinds of things to do downtown. It is definitely a cool place, and revitalization could be a positive if that's how you want to view it too. So let's go back to the cons. The next con, number three on the con list, is there is no major airport. Now, Fort Campbell has an airport, but if you don't have green or some sort of military ID and a reason that you need to fly in the military, then you're probably not going to be able to fly there, and you're going to have to actually drive all the way to Nashville. It's about an hour and 15 minutes to get to the airport, and that's a major airport. That's where Nashville International Airport is. Definitely flying out of there. You can fly just about anywhere you want, and that would be good. But there's not a major airport in the Clarksville area. Next on the pro list is the equity in homes and the price of homes in Clarksville. While it is less expensive, it is climbing. That is great news for if you want a great investment. You can get into a house now while the prices are still more reasonable, and then you're going to see major equity over the next 5, 7, 10 years, and you will definitely benefit from having a lot of equity because the prices are still cheap in Clarksville. I say cheap, not cheap, less expensive. How about that? They're less expensive in Clarksville. Next on the list of negatives or cons is there's a lot of construction with the revitalization and everything that's going on in the Clarksville area. It makes it kind of more difficult to kind of move around because all of the construction going on, and they're constantly shutting this road down, making you detour around this way. So it just makes it more difficult to get around in the Clarksville area. So number 5 on the pros list in Clarksville is this is a military friendly area, which means a good majority of the businesses, the people in town, just about everybody in town loves the military, and there's military discounts. There's like it's just a place that's very military friendly. If you're interested in that and you want to make sure you're in an area that supports the military strongly, this is definitely an area you would want to move in. Okay, so number 5 on the list of Clarksville cons, now that we've gone through the pros and 4 of the cons, number 5 on the cons list is that there's no major access to interstates. Like it's sometimes when you go into a city, it's easy access in, easy access out. Clarksville's set up a little bit different. The way the river, the Cumberland River, kind of loops around, and Clarksville sits inside that little cup, I guess you would say, in the Cumberland River. That doesn't allow for a lot of access across the river. There is a couple of bridges, but it's not any major access. To get to the interstate, it does take a little bit of time, and it's not like major cities where the interstate's going right through the middle and then there's a perimeter around it. Clarksville's not set up that way. So getting from point A to point B on one side of Clarksville to the other does take a little bit longer since there's no major access to an interstate. Interstate's probably about 10 minutes from the downtown area. And then once you get there, you can zip just about anywhere into Nashville, up into Kentucky. There's a lot of choices at that point. But I wanted to make sure that you got the pros, the 5 pros, the 5 cons. If you want to see more videos about Clarksville, check out this video right here. Or you can check out this video that YouTube says you should take a look at as well. Have a great day, and we'll see you next video.